Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Marian of Emmteenestlogistics-Marian. Marian E. King is actually my name. And for the next hour, I will be on answering all the questions that I can for dispatchers and carriers. Just talking about what we do, what your needs are, how we connect with one another, just the things. So if you have any questions, I have some answers. I'll tell you a little bit about me. Hold on just a second. Box truck Q dispatchers and so, oh man, I think I typed that somewhere wrong. So my name is Marian. I wanted to come on tonight because I see a lot of people with questions about box trucks and wanting to dispatch box trucks. And carriers have questions as well. And I pretty much like to try to talk to carriers, owner operators, and dispatchers all together, especially when it comes to dispatching. To dispatching box trucks, because it is kind of a different conversation. So I have experience with the box truck. I had my second carrier was a box truck owner. He was the Trinity of challenge. It was a non-CDL, new authority, 24-foot box truck. And I accepted that challenge, learned a lot, and have some things that I can answer regarding that experience. I also wrote a book. It's kind of just about the experience that I had, what I did, what they were willing to do, and how the whole process worked. I talk about, what I had to do, who I had to contact, who worked with us as a new authority. What is this? Who worked with us as a new authority. Abby, were you trying to come on here? Or was that a mistake? So I'll talk about what I was able to do, what they were willing to do, and how we were able to make it a successful situation. Okay, hold on just a second, Abby. Let me try it again. Try it again and let me accept. It's a solid little thing, but I'm adding you now. Okay, so Facebook is not gonna work out at all. Okay, so I added you. I'll wait for you to come on. Hello, YouTube. Facebook will come on momentarily, and hello, Instagram. So hopefully it'll come on. It just says adding, so we'll see what happens. Oh, Facebook just popped on. So good evening, Facebook. We're doing the Q&A, box truck Q&A for those who dispatch it, want to dispatch it, and carriers all have questions. Abby, is it trying to connect you? I just see it adding, like doing like something. So Fax has a question over. I'm working with a 26-foot lift gate non-CDL, just DOT number. Will soon apply for the MC number. Very challenging. I'm not quite sure if anybody's going to work with them Fax. I, from experience, do not take on carriers who just have a DOT, because you have to do a lot of work. You have to find out what they're willing to do. and they can't go anywhere. So it has too much of a limitation on it. So I would actually have them contact me back when they have all that's needed, and I would let them know that at this point, it is entirely too challenging, and having the DOT only is a restriction that you just cannot do a workaround with. I can see and hear you. Okay, but did you have a question, Abby? I thought that was why you were coming on. That's why I was, so we can talk. What is this green thing up here? I'm just looking at Instagram, seeing some of the stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at Facebook as well. But I'm here to answer questions that you all may have about moving box trucks, how to move box trucks, just things that I can answer about box trucks. So, yeah, I've given you all the information about me. If there's, I'm answering questions. So I hope not to be here trying to prompt people to ask questions. I need for you to ask the questions that you have concerning moving these trucks. So I'm looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram, looking at YouTube. So we'll wait, because I can't give you anything that I don't know you need. And those of you who've been following me for a while, I've given a lot. So I'll wait on you all. If no one starts talking, though, honestly, in about 10 minutes, I'm leaving, because it's really going to be pointless. I made it a point to come on because of so many questions and so many people. Fact, what will determine if I can put a carrier on a van load using a box truck? You will have to look at the weight. Okay, how long have you been dispatching, Fats? You'll need to look at the weight of things, though. You need to see what's going on. Is this the same DOT guy? Because I'm going to tell you what you may have to do for him. You may not be able to operate on the load board at all with him. And the reason that I say that is because anybody that you contact on there is going to ask for an MC number. So you may have to find out where he lives and you're going to have to manually get on Craigslist, get on Google, and start looking up local places. And you need to find out what your carrier is willing to do. Is he willing to do anything? Move furniture, move houses, move mattresses? Because he's not in a good position to be able to make the moves that yeah, he's definitely going to have to get a DOT number. That's where my challenge was. That's where my 21 grand one that I wrote about the book, that's where he is. And even the people who I wrote about, who I work with, are not going to work with him because he needs an MC number. Because the position that he's in, not having an MC number is too, first of all, him being in Florida, him being a non-CDL driver and in that box truck is already challenging. And the limitation that he has, which is a huge one, not having an MC number is not going to make any moves for him. So have you taken him on yet, or are you in the process of taking a look around and see what you can do for him, and still in the stage where you can contact him back and let him know that at this time you're not going to be able to make any moves with him, but he can contact you back once he receives that MC number, and you can look at that point. But I'm telling you now, does he have a CDL? And if he operates in Florida, was he operating before he contacted you? Oh, just taking a look. Yeah. You're going to have a new conversation with him and ask him. You're going to have to let him know that he's going to have to work. Oh, yeah. That he's going to have to work locally. You need to ask him where he is in Florida and what is surrounding pretty much his city, but the state, and ask him if he wants to haul furniture, because he's not in position to do non-touch freight or anything. He has to pretty much do whatever you can get. So ask him if he's ready and willing to move furniture, mattresses, work in local things. And then if he says yes, then you find out where he is and you get on Craigslist and look around in that local area. You get on Google and you start looking for furniture stores and mattress stores in that area, and around the central area that he's in, and see if they need somebody to do some local work until he get what's needed for you to be able to actually move him, or he can decide that he doesn't want to do that. But you need to have another conversation with him. Do you need your own insurance to rent a box truck? Driver has his own DOT and MC hauling hot shots. So this, what you're asking me, is not a dispatcher's job or concern unless you want to offer that. But if he has a truck or is wanting to rent a truck, he has to get insurance, and that's a conversation that he has to have with the rental people, because he may be able to get the insurance through them, and it may be more, but that is not on you. Driver has his own DOT and MC and hauling hot shots. Is he Abby, does he have a CDL? Because if he does not have a CDL, he's going to operate the same way like a box truck, which means he cannot haul very much, which is going to be a limitation, and even more of a limitation for a hot shot, because he has a trailer, which means that he has outside stuff. At least with a box truck, the challenge is still there, but with the box truck being enclosed, there's more options than it will be for him with that trailer that he can only still haul less than 10,000 or less. So he's still like a box truck, but even more challenging. Abby, I spoke to him yesterday, and he had to finish his MC. Okay, so you two already have something worked out with this? Help me understand what's happening here. Oh, too small. Ooh. So there you go. Work that thing right on out. But facts, you're gonna have to talk to him and let him know, the real of what's going on and what you see, because he's not. Yeah, you don't have to know it, Abby. He should know it. There are Shonda actually said this on a live that she and I did before. Being a dispatcher and being a carrier who has her own truck, there are things that a carrier is supposed to do and know on his own, and they will put that challenge on you, just like he did. He's trying to get you to find out and do. He need to be paying you if he wants you to do that for him. Yeah, he wants you to. He's trying to get you to do the most for the least. And that's one of the things. That's why I was hoping that there was some carriers on here too, but it's fine. But you have to, let them know what you do and don't do. And this is the thing about being a dispatcher and dispatching as well. You have to know what you do and don't do. You have to know what you can do and what you want to do and what you can legally do as a dispatcher. 5 to 10% doesn't include managing their MC. Boom. Exactly. You don't. and carriers will do it, and brokers will too. Drop some work off on you that's not even yours. Yeah. Okay, because I'm going to charge next time because our time is precious for this job. It is. Should I push carriers to connect with factoring companies? I won't say push, but some carriers do not know anything about factoring. They've never heard of it. So if you want to speak to them, advise, and maybe even give some information about it and give them the information and move forward from there, then, that's cool. But trying to push them to do it, that's I wouldn't do that because everybody's not going to get factoring. Everybody doesn't want factoring. Everybody's not going to get approved for factoring, but you can give them the information. This is my three, my motto, my montage, whatever you want to call it. Listen, educate, advocate. So listen to what they're talking about, educate them because we are the ones that know the information concerning what we do, how we do, and what will be most effective for them and effective for us. And then if they want to move forward with you, you become their advocate. So you can always mention anything that's going to help you, anything that's going to be, easy for you. Let me ask this question. And I'm only asking because of some of the questions that are being asked here. You all are charging a percentage. How did you come up with that percentage? Because my percentage is based on what I'm willing to do for them, what I present to them, and how much is, time that it's going to take me, and what is it going to be in addition to? What am I willing to do for this percent? Whether it be 4%, 8%, 14%, what are you telling them that you're going to do for this? And again, I'm only asking because some of the questions I'll have to wonder, how did you come up with what your percentage is if you are allowing them to do and say certain things that you don't want to do, don't know how to do, don't know how to tell them that you're not going to do. Did the training for dispatching and I was told to start at 6% or a flat fee. I can't speak on or against that, but I will say this. I have my, right, Gina, I have my dispatcher packet, agreement set up with all of the things that I'm going to do for that carrier. I'm only going to do that. You're not going to get me to do anything else because I have researched, I have looked into, I know what I can do. I know what I'm strong at. I know what I'm willing to do. In addition to the time that is going to take me to find work for you. So that's how I set my percentage. 8 is my max. I'm not doing 9, 10, 11 or any of that because I'm not willing to do all of the extra. I'm not willing to be available to you any time of day. I feel just like personally that when you get into those 9, 10, 11%, that first of all, 10%, you need to be an administrative assistant. Anything more than that, you need to be an executive assistant and you are hand and foot for them. So you guys have to figure out, even if you were told to charge the 6% and flat fee, what you still need to be able to explain to the carrier why I should give you my money. What are you going to do for me? And another reason that I ask is because the things that you all are going through and dealing with and having them have you do kind of lets me know what was the interview. How did, because it seems like they're in control of your business instead of you being in control of the situation. Being that I'm just getting in a place, I went on minimum of what people say. It starts at 5% and up, so I went with 5%. I feel like once I'm more knowledgeable, I'll up the price. Please do. Please go ahead, LaShonda. Man, it's dark in here. Go ahead. Oh, let me. I just saw the red dot, y'all. I'm trying to learn how to do this on Instagram. Boom, there you go. Hey. Go ahead. Exactly. Right.
If you're looking at it only to say, okay, well, I need to make this amount of money, 10%, don't, I would advise you not to do that, because what you will find is that you will become an employee of the carrier. And if you have 2, 3, 4 carriers, that's a lot of work. Especially being new. So you have to give yourself time room to grow. Like if you start out at 10%, what will you ever increase your prices to?
Right.
Let's say you never decide to be a carrier, you never decide to own trucks. Then how are you going to increase your prices as you learn more? So I say set it at something that's minimum 5% or so until you learn. And then what you'll find is that you're probably going to update your carrier package a couple of times.
Yes.
Carrier agreement. Because you're going to find that something, oh, you know what, I didn't think about that. I need to make sure I put that in my agreement. Again, when you're taking these courses, it's so good to not just lock into one person. Learn the business, and you have to put it in the work.
You do.
There's no way around it.
You do. And I completely agree, because there are a lot of things that are going to be experiences, just like you all are in a lot of the same groups. And I'm sure LaShonda has either had somebody ask it or she saw it, where you started off one way and then the carrier did something. He worked that last week and didn't give you no money. And there was nothing in your packet that let you know that you should have got paid, or he needs to give you this amount of time to go. Now you got to bite the bullet, but now you about to go in and put in that if you do A, B, C, and D, I'm going to run your car. Whatever you experience, now you know to add it. So I 100% agree with her. These courses are really a guide, and experience is the best teacher. Because we don't know every single scenario, because there's some smooth criminals out here. They have some stuff that you're like, how did you even do that to me? So is it me? Okay. So did y'all get that? Go ahead, I can hear you. Oh, maybe she froze. Were y'all able to hear that? We couldn't for a moment, and then you came back in, and now you kind of froze again. Oh, you're moving now. You're moving. Wait a minute. It went out again a little bit. Hold on. You breaking up a little bit. Y'all hold on a second. She might just be in a little rough patch. Hold on. It's still chopping. I'm gonna re-add you and see if it'll stop that. Which I can't hear her. Can y'all hear her? No. Hold on. I'm gonna bring you back. Y'all, I'm gonna try to get her back. I think she was like in one of them areas, and she might not have. I'm gonna see if it'll come back on. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm gonna re-add her, y'all, and see if it'll clean up. If it'll stop breaking down like that. Okay. So her area just might not be, because it's just flashing. Hopefully, I'll try it again in a minute. When sending documents to be signed, what's the best way to do it? I use DocuSign. Well, I'll send it in an email through in a PDF form. Oh, y'all hold on. She got back on. And what looks like it's about to re-add her. Excuse me. Okay, there she go. We'll see if we can hear her. There she. Yeah, I figured it's just probably an area because it seemed like it's trying to come back on. Can you hear me? Oh, she moving. Okay, when it clear up. But when you send what's the best way to do it. Okay, I guess it just wouldn't do right. But I send my document in a PDF form. We'll try. Oh, that's she's writing it. They require contracts most times for 1 year, so be careful what you suggest. It's about more than just getting paid quick. I suggest you don't push something you aren't knowledgeable fully on. Factoring companies. Oh, she's talking about factoring companies. So they require. So that's why I was telling you fast. You can inform the carrier on it, and that is an option that's out there. But that's the extent because we can't actually speak for the factoring company. We don't know the contracts. We don't know that part. So we can only inform them that there's an option out there that they can look into to be considered to get paid faster. It's called a factoring company, and that's it. If you don't work with one, then that's all you can give. If you do work with one, then you can tell them about one that you know. Just like me, my carriers work with Porter. So if I get a new carrier, I got my Porter information. If you are interested in something like this, then you can reach out to Reed over at Porter, and that's it. If they start trying to ask me, I say, hey, that is the extent of what I have. That you will have that conversation because it's confidential, and you all can discuss your needs and all of that. If you find one that you feel is good overall, speak with a rep there, develop a referral system. Boom, there you go. And that goes into what I was speaking about on my live earlier when I was saying people who still work or all of that, you can still network and start making connections now. You can start referring people and getting a little residual like that. You can become a brand ambassador or you can become an affiliate. There's some things that you can do while you're working on it, working towards it, so you can start trying to get some stuff in. Exactly. Let me scroll up because I think somebody else might have said something too. Oh, okay, that was. I think y'all was just kind of just like, yep, in agreement. So yeah, we are. Don't look for the quick because it's not, and you want to do right. You want to do right. You want to be right, and you don't want to get yourself into a position where, like she was saying earlier, and like I said earlier, that they working you, and they just on about their business, following up with you like they your boss. What is your opinion about working for a broker or an agent? I don't really have an opinion. I'll just say this. If you want to work for a broker, work as a broker agent, if that's something that feels good to you, if that's something that will work for you in your business, I say do that. You all have probably heard me say, and you'll always hear me say, you're going to run your business how you want to run your business. I can give information. LaShawna can give information. We can all give you the information and the tools, but you gotta want to. And if I'll say this though, if I were going to do something like that or look into it, I would think about the reason that I want to do it. Like, am I frustrated? Am I not finding carriers? Do I need to be in position to get paid while learning? You make your decision of what you need it to do. And someone asked me if I would like to be a freight agent. Look into it. Remember that this is a decision that you have to make and that you want to make. So just ask the questions that need to work for you. If you need to be paid hourly, you can ask, is there a way that I can do this? If you are not one of those people that, ask the things. Is this commission based only? Do I need to have a certain amount a week? Or, just ask all the things. But I would say, no, don't do that. It's taking over you. I wouldn't. No, you got to do what has to work for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Is it okay for me to contact shippers and brokers just to leave my info and types of equipment I'm working with? Make sure they're speaking on the broker side. Oh, make sure they're speaking on the broker side. Is it okay for me to contact shippers and brokers just to leave my info and the types? Right. Did y'all see what LaShonda said? There are people who are calling themselves freight agents and they are really just dispatchers. That's is it okay for me to contact shippers and brokers just to leave my info and types of equipment I'm working with? Here's what I've done when I had a carrier. Me personally, I do not contact shippers at all. And the reason I do not contact shippers, I'm not saying to and don't. The reason I do not contact shippers is because I have not had a carrier yet who had anything to offer a shipper. One truck, one hot shot, that's not enough for me to take all of that time trying to reach out to a shipper and get past the gatekeeper and all of those things. I don't have anything to present. Now, what I will do with a carrier and a broker is when I call on a load of, that my box truck, my hot shot, my power only can take, if I am declined the load, or even if I get the load, I will ask them if I can be on their broker's list, and I will, so I can try to find loads for the equipment that I have when they have something for it. That's my way. Like LaShonda said, nobody's way is law. That is what I do. That is what I'm comfortable with. And I'll let her answer as well. Her question, LaShonda, was, is it okay for her to just, to cold call shippers and brokers and leave the information on equipment that she has or that she's working with? And I'll say this one thing too, while we're waiting for her to respond, if she's still on here, is don't let a broker trip you up, because brokers will tell you, you might call a broker and say, oh, let me see if that's her able to get back on. Okay, here she go. But don't let a broker dupe you into working for them, because you'll get a broker that you'll call and say, hey, I'm calling on your load from Ohio to Miami. You say that it can be taken by, okay, it looked like it's added, so I guess you'll pop on in a second, LaShonda. And you'll say, that's already out. But look here, this the broker talking to you. I have 4 loads available this week for a power only and a hot shot. Can you do something for me? Me personally, I tell them no, because I can't shop out a load for you and I don't have that equipment. Again, just me. But you will run your business differently. We're going to get a different opinion, a different option, but I just don't do it. And I can explain to you my reasons why, because I don't want to get caught up in that. She should be coming on in a second, y'all. So her Wi-Fi come on. She's gonna connect to it. But again, that's just me. I just rather work with what I have and what I can speak for, what I can account for at the time. I'm gonna go ahead. It stayed on and then it said failed to connect. So let me see if I can add you. Now when I go to your name, it don't have the add on the side. See if you can click it again. Because I really want you to come on so you'll be able to. Y'all, we getting some difference of different ways tonight, so that's good. Different ways that people do things, different approaches. I gotta bring my ring light back down here. But anyway, y'all, we can hear. I'm gonna keep tapping on it until it put the add button by you again. Okay, she's probably gonna come back in. Okay, say that she watching. Maybe when she come back in, it'll let her do it again. But y'all asking some good questions tonight because we need to know. We need to know. Hey KT, and we need for you all to know. Okay, boom, there it is again. Let me see if it'll. Okay, look like it's doing so. There we go. All right.
All right, so my opinion, no, I'm not shopping for shippers for my hair. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna tell you that I learned this the very, very, very hard way. The most simple way I can tell you is this. 9 times out of 10, your carrier is gonna tell you that they want to be able to use multiple dispatchers. That's the point, right? That means they're not locked into you. At any time, they can give you notice based on whatever your carrier agreement says, the time frame. They can give you notice that they are no longer wanting to use your service because you are a service. You get them connected with a shipper. I had it happen 3 times.
Ooh.
It won't happen no more. You get them connected with the shipper's job, their goal is to move their stuff.
Yeah.
They don't care if I call, they don't care if Marian calls, they don't care if the driver wife calls, if they got a truck available, the price is right, yes ma'am, you can move it. You're already set up with us, I already know you. So now you might feel like you got money in the bank because you got a reoccurring load twice a week. And the carrier says, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. I'm giving you a 7-day notice, your 15-day notice, whatever. We're no longer using you. And now they locked into a contract with this for shipper. You have no more income coming from that carrier because you've used all your resources.
Yep.
You done shut this thing all the way up to where they don't even have to go to a load port no more. They in Florida where they know freight with a non-CDL, like all the stuff that is hard for a dispatcher to do, you have figured it out because you learned the process and now you're not getting paid from it. The second thing is this, until you have your own trucks, I'm not shopping out somebody else.
Right.
I'm not bonding. I'm not a broker. I don't have no insurance to present to the shipper. And I'm telling you this, like even we have a couple of shippers that my truck's deal with directly. And I'm gonna tell you, it's good because we get paid more, but it's not as consistent sometimes. And we have to provide to them our information. You're not gonna do that. I mean, you might, but you shouldn't do that for every carrier.
That's right.
Because you can't guarantee. You can't. The job. One of the things about having a broker is that when something goes wrong on that truck, as a dispatcher, I'm calling the broker. If you want to play dispatcher and broker by going to the shipper, you don't have nobody to call.
Ooh. That's right.
Because now you done stepped in the shoes of a broker. That's technically what you're doing. You're stepping in the shoes of a broker, but you don't have no credentialing, you don't have no bonding, you don't have no insurance, and you got $1 million worth of products sitting on the back of Joe Blow's truck that they decided that they was going to be late on, or that they got a hole in their truck and now it's raining and the stuff is damaged. You have nobody to call.
Nobody.
Nobody. So, personally, for those 2 reasons, for liability, and because you're not about to play me for my resources, I'm not just like you will see even when you get to 10%, it's not enough money to get played like that. Like you gotta work smarter. You gotta work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. And what she's saying, you all see what she said about the resources? I tell you, I say this all the time. Whatever our percentage is, we will never ever get what we put in, what we do, the time. It'll never be enough. So for somebody to play you, like she's saying, you've done all the legwork. You got them in position, so you making a nice little piece of change each week for them to secure it, make sure that is theirs before they, because trust and believe, they have talked to somebody to secure that, to move you out of the way before they actually move you out of the way.
And I'm gonna tell you the easiest way that it happens. In the broker zone, another thing, when you do this with brokers, even not even with direct shippers, it happens. I had it happen to me with Carol Plummer with a CDL truck.
Oh.
You know what happens? They will say, can I get the driver's phone number? Right? That's not out of the ordinary. You give them the driver number. So then next thing you know, the broker, he was at the point he was sending me the rate card, just dropping them. Oh, but I talked to Greg, and Greg said it'll be fine.
Oh.
I'm like, what? You talked to Greg. So next thing you know, Greg says, I'm gonna take a little hiatus. I'm gonna take a little hiatus for a little minute. I'm gonna go on vacation. I'll call you when I get back. Greg never calls back. But yet I still see the payment. The payment advice is coming through because I'm listed as dispatch.
That's right.
So I still see this documentation. I still get rate cards. They still be trying to be asking me about, submitting invoices, but I haven't booked any goals.
Oh yeah. See?
And I'm not entitled to anything because I haven't booked any goals.
That's right.
Don't do it to yourself. It's a lot of people that's jumping in the industry, and I don't know where the thought process comes from that if I get a truck, then Miriam's gonna book my truck. And I don't have to tell her. I really don't have to tell her anything because she know everything, and she gonna be responsible for me meeting my budget. And then when Miriam asks me, well, how much can my truck haul, I can't tell her. If they say, well, where you want to go, I don't know. I just want to be home. That's not what you want.
That's not what you want.
Quality over quantity.
That's right. And on that same tip, don't let them start putting their pressure on you because they done went and bought this truck. They did not have enough money, and now they want to hurry up. Then you need to get me moving because this insurance still coming, this truck payment still coming. No. That's not on me. That's why we got to talk first. What do you need it to do? Let me help you understand that this truck is not going to move immediately. It is going to say, you got to tell them. Because what's happening is they're coming in with the mindset that she's talking about. They're coming into contact with dispatchers who don't realize that you don't have to take everybody and don't move in desperation. And now you stress out, you contacting us, you in these groups. What do? I don't want to deal with them no more. How do I tell them? And they're steady adding stuff onto you because you have yet to tell them that this is not happening.
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
Listen, when they ask me for a carrier packet, I'm gonna send you the carrier packet. But if you ask me 500 questions and they're like questions that I know that you should know, okay, so I understand you got to do authority, but what is this you're looking for in the dispatch?
Yes.
What are you looking for? What do you?
You know when they're asking 500, they want you to do everything. They don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, if I send you my carrier agreement over and you send it back to me signed in 5 minutes, I know you can read it.
Yeah. And you gotta watch, y'all. It's kind of giving a little chuckle, but it's so for real. You know that tells you immediately that they are a cowboy. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I know I told you that I'm gonna do this, but as soon as I sign this and send it back, I know I said I was gonna be over the road because you said it was gonna be challenging, but I need to be home every day. They feel like once they sign your contract and they get to flip the script, that's what they gonna do. It's like a job. You know how you was when we was out here looking for a job. Are you able to be on time? Do you have your own transportation? We say, oh, yes. Oh, yes, I can do it. I could be here. I could type 80 words a minute. We say all the things. And then we get in there, and I'm so tired of this. I'm sick of them telling me when to go to break. I'm sick, but they said all of the things. They do us. They try to. But you watch them, and you have the right to say, you know what? Even before you send it, and sometimes after, because we have to remember this is our business. So what I do when it comes to that, when I interview them, you talk good, whatever, however, I send you my carrier packet. When we have the verbal conversation, before I send my carrier packet, I write them. I send them an email. It was good talking to you today. we discussed A, B, C, and D because this is my proof. Then when I send them over that carrier packet and then they come back flipping the script, I get that email, the verbal one, and I say, per this email, this is what we discussed. This is what you agreed to. Today, on June 28th, you said to me that you will not be going over the road, that you want to be home every day, and you will not be working full time. Being that you have now breached the agreement, I will not be able to work with you. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck with your new dispatcher. We don't have to do it. Oh, somebody said something. I think she got frozen, y'all. It'll either come back on or she'll come back. When they have too many restrictions or what they can or can't do, I tell them to call me back when they're ready to book. Amen, Gina. Amen. Because we don't have to deal with that. Because yes, I'm trying to work with you. Yes, my business runs because I'm in a partnership with you. But it's still my business. And I don't have to take anything that you want to throw me. I don't have to do it. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to do any of that. And if I see that you're going to be a problem off top, we're not even going to do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much, LaShonda. You were great. As always, we did get what we needed to get. So I didn't keep you in prayer. I'm going to shoot one up for you anyway. And we'll talk to you later. That's it. Mindset, slow and steady. Quantity over quality. Correct. Y'all, and this is why my way now, what it's always been, but I push it more now, is I want to get in front of, ahead of, in the earshot of, in the eyesight of dispatchers and carriers together. Because if we learn this together and we hear the conversation together, the carrier gonna know not to test the dispatcher and know what a dispatcher does and know that you cannot come and throw your stuff on us. And a dispatcher knows that these are the things we do not have to do. This is what we should do. This is what the carrier should already have done and have available for us, when he comes to us. But we're going to pull this thing together. Please believe it, because just as sure as we out here, people like us, LaShonda, myself, others, the couple that I went to that dispatching, Renee and Wayne, just as sure there are people like us out here really giving y'all the truth from the experiences that we have from this chair. No, I said on my live earlier, I don't know if some of y'all caught it up. I put it on YouTube, and I think it's on Instagram and stuff too. But we have to know and we have to understand that we don't have to deal with everything, but we have to know our part. We got to know what we do. And once we know what we do, they can't try to handle us and just come and try to put their stuff on us because, this is what a dispatcher do. And they good for that. These carriers are out here telling each other, oh man, go and get you a dispatch. Go and get you a dispatcher. No. It's good right here in this season, this produce season, this such and such season. So run your own truck. But when the season slow down, like it's getting ready to do, if it hasn't already, then they're going to say, go get you a dispatcher. Because now they want to put all the pressure and time and all of that on you. Because they know, just like we know, that it's over, that it's a wrap. Well, some of us don't know, but we do. My hot shot has been a learning experience. And it be that way, KT. Let me tell y'all something. The honest to God truth. I am grateful for that experience that I had with that box truck. Through blood, sweat, tears, prayer, and willingness to work on both ends, me and the carrier, it was successful. But let me tell you what I learned. I learned I do not want to work with a non-CDL carrier, and I will work with as far as the box truck, and I will work with one, but they must already have at least 60 days under their belt where they have gotten some kind of work done. So successful, that was real cute, but I was there for the learning, and I got it. Woo-hoo! I got it. I'm able to tell others about it because it's not that it cannot be done, but now I'm able to know from experience and tell others that is buying them, as if they're a carrier or if they're going to dispatch them, that this is the deal. This is what we do. This is what we go through. It can be done. This is who, excuse me, this is who worked with me. This is what my carrier was willing to do to help that out. This is what I had to do. Because when I was doing that, let me talk to you, carriers and dispatchers. I had to work with that carrier. When I talked to them and I interviewed them and I gave them the rundown and I told them the reality of the situation, and I said, in order for this to work, I need you to be willing to do any and everything I ask you to do except sell your body. And in return, I'm going to do everything that I have to do except sell my body. But if I have to go out there and shake a little tail around the pole, I might have to get up in there and do that myself too. No, but for real. And they agreed. They understood. They say, okay, I know our authority is new. I know we have a small truck, and I know we don't have a CDL. But due to how thorough you have been giving us this information, because we are the teacher, we are the education. They don't know. They come to us with unrealistic expectations and then just expect a miracle. But he told me, due to what you said, we completely understand. And when he said that, he meant that. They signed it and they made good. When I would find them something to get on the move, I made good on my part. I'm going to get my groceries. I'm on Craigslist. Y'all in what area? We ain't moving nothing. Let me find you something. I'm going to get my groceries. I'm passing by the furniture store. I'm pulling up to the furniture store in my own car, in my own gas, pounding the pavement. Hey, what all areas do you have this in? Are you a local mom and pops? Are you nationwide? Where are you located? Hey, Mr. Mattress Store, how y'all doing? Where are you located? Do you move furniture? Hey, how y'all doing? I see there's a yard sale. Is there somebody going to be moving over here, or is it just a yard sale? Because I got somebody that can come pull up here and move your furniture. But this was the willingness of that carrier. Every carrier not going to do this. You're going to have a carrier who in the same predicament, and when you tell them all that they need to do now, because this the word that I heard from their homeboy, now I want no touch freight. What does no touch freight mean? What does it mean? That means I ain't doing all that. I ain't hurt my back. Oh, all right. We have to watch them, and we get them in advance. We get them in advance. And not only did I experience that, I wrote a book about it. We have to interview them, y'all. We do not have to deal with no headache. We trying to build our business. We ain't trying to get high blood pressure. We're not trying to be stressed out. We're not trying to do any of that. We are trying to make something of ourselves, of our business, operate in our purposes and what we're passionate about, and build and work our way up and decide how we want to move and do this thing. And you're not about to give me no hard time, because I will go on down there and shake it at the shake plug, and make me a little change, my little immediate dollars. You hear me? Or you'll do like me, going on out here and Uber Eat and DoorDash, in the meantime, between time. So, but when we get these carriers, we got to do what we got to do, and we have to do only what we're willing to do. So when you make your carrier packet, like LaShonda said, you can start at 5%, because, and like Fats also said, she knows that she's learning. So let me start here and then work my way through. But like I was also telling Fats, that one that has come to you is not a good candidate for you, because he probably already knows that he can't move that truck. And now he has brought that pressure, or trying to bring that pressure over to you and make a miracle. And it's just not happening. You can just go ahead and let him know that he's not in the position that you need him to be in order to be of assistance. Because let me help you dress it up. All right, I was taking a look around, and in my research, I have discovered that at this time, the need is for someone with an MC number, and if you can, or if you're going to get your CDL, you can let me know, but we can start by at least having the MC number, and I can take a new look. Also, are you willing to do white glove service? What's white glove service? Because we got to sound like we know what we're talking about. Are you willing to move furniture, homes? Are you willing to take local situations until you are in position to do better? Understand in the first 90 days it's going to be challenging. It's challenging with an MC authority. It is extremely challenging without one. With just the DOT number, I'm unable to find anyone that is willing to work with your business. You know, dress it up, make it cute. And if all else fails, hey, how you doing? You know, this is Fatima giving you a call back. I just wanted to let you know that I took a look around in the industry and I wasn't able to find anything to maximize opportunities for your business. Being that this is what I discovered at this time, I feel that I may not be a good fit for what it is that you need. And before I waste either of our time or have you sitting around waiting on something that I know is not going to happen, I'll go ahead and let you know now that at this time, I won't be able to be of service to you. Blame it on yourself and walk right on up out of there. You hear me? I always got a rebuttal. I did 27 years. You hear me? 7 years I worked in retention at Comcast where every single person cussed me out every day, all day. So I always got something for you to tell them. I just wrote a few things down in this book, but believe me, I always got something in the chamber. So let me look over here and see if anybody said anything. We got real good over here on Instagram. So yeah. Do y'all have anything else? What we got? 6. Oh, we got 4 minutes. Let me scroll up. Make sure I didn't miss nobody because I don't want to do that. Oh, wait, Abby, I had to drop 3 trucks because of restrictions. I know that's right, Abby. We don't have to deal. We don't have to. And it's not that we being mean and that we being ugly, but we know what we're doing. So when you tell me what you want to do, and I know the reality of your situation, we gotta break up. We can't even get together. We can't even court. We can't even start talking. We can't even develop a friendship. Well, y'all are so welcome. I'm going to let y'all go and enjoy your families and things. And I greatly appreciate y'all. If you have any more questions, go over to either the Facebook, the video will be there, or YouTube, because for whatever reason, on Instagram, if I don't catch y'all like live, once I save it, I can't see nothing else. And I don't know how to work it or work around that yet. And I don't have 10,000 subscribers, so I don't have any kind of special privileges from Instagram. So, yes, come on, asking about that family life, because I need to know. I need to know all that you're going to need from me. And I need to know if it's going to work with my family life. Not so much my family life that I need to put my family life in the equation, but are you going to be trying to be someone that even when you're not on the road, you think you're going to run me in the time that we have agreed that we're going to be off? Like, what's up? What's going on? So, yes, ma'am. It's Emmteenestlogistics, and then -Marian, but you'll probably see it before you even get that far in the wording. And I put it in the description box, not the description box, my Lord. I put it in my profile bio on here. What do you mean? What you mean? What do I mean? Facts. Tell me. Oh no, KT, don't give nobody that more. Because everybody ain't invited to the more. No. Asking about family life. I ask about family life more so in a way like, what are you needing? You don't have to say family life per se, but you can say, what do you need the truck to pay for? Yeah. It's all good, girl. We talk about it. What do you need a truck to pay for? Or how often do you need to be home? Or are you wanting to be home? Or do you have any vacations coming up? You know, you can ask about family and get in their business without saying the words. But it's part of your interview process. Because when you ask what you needed to pay for, Where do you want to go? How long do you want to be out? Those are things that will kind of formulate because they're open-ended, and the carrier will tell you the rest. So like when you say, do you have any vacations coming up? Oh no, not nothing else. Not meaning, how many kids you got? Do you have a wife? Do you need it? Not that type of thing, but is asking about family life when you ask what they need to do, how often they need to be home. If they don't want to go over the road, is there a reason why? And then you explain to them why the reason that you're asking, because you're a new authority and you drive a box truck. So we need to limit the amount of limitations that we have. And then they'll say, well, my son have PV ball on Saturday and my wife like to be in church on Sunday. So you're asking them about their family, but without saying the words. Okay. All right, y'all. For his child. Exactly. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I greatly appreciate y'all. And I'm going to try to do something, like this weekly. I'm going to look into what, people need, because y'all know me. I don't want everything to be money. But the things that we can, talk about and give something, some quick and some insight, we want to do that. All right, you are welcome, and y'all have a great night. I'll talk to y'all later. You're welcome.